What's up, and welcome to Night Kids After Dark podcast for February 20th, 2023. I'm your host, BTG Plays, alongside my dynamic duo, Professor Daxter and Cinderella. What's up, y'all?
Hello, hello.
How was
I don't know
your...
if I like being roped into a duo with him.
Oh, you guys are a
I,
duo.
I love how you were screen framed, and I'm glad that's going to be forever clipped. Thank you.
What's that?
She froze like,
Oh, you clipped... Did you clip it? How was y'all's weekend?
it was good. Not too bad.
It was good. Anything interesting?
What happened this weekend?
You lost your memory?
I always do.
I
Every time I
know.
get asked this. I think I just worked. That's it.
Yeah, it was a 3-day weekend for us in the States. But I got to see Quantumania.
How was it?
Honestly, it was what I expected. So
Is it worth watching live, or should I just wait till Disney Plus? Probably Disney Plus, right?
hmm you could probably Disney Plus it. Like if you watch like Loki and stuff, like it's just more explaining of like the multiverse and stuff like that. I mean,
The
it's
more and more Disney, or the more and more Marvel comes out, the more I just wait for Disney Plus, because it hasn't gotten to that point where like the Avengers yet, right? Like it hasn't gotten to that point yet. So like there's nothing for me to like hype over yet, because it's still like building up for the next section, I guess. So,
right, exactly. Like this movie was more. It was just a setup for like what's to come. I mean, it was still good. I mean, if you like the Ant-Man humor, uh, which I love Paul Rudd, yeah. So it was good in that sense. If you haven't seen it yet, if you're going to see it, there's two secret endings, mid credits and end credits. So yeah, look out for that. But yeah, other than that, nothing else much happened this weekend. Anything for
what
you,
about you,
Cinderella?
Cindy?
No.
I wrote a term paper.
Nice, nice. That's always fun.
She stalled out on a term paper. She didn't fully. She stalled for a whole weekend on a term paper.
I finished it. I finished it and got it turned in on time.
Hey, some of
I'm
us
still seeing Russian in my brain, but other than that,
some of us work the best when there's pressure. So procrastinators unite. All right, enough about Quantumania and procrastinating on our homework. Today's stories include some rumors about Robert Pattinson. Uh, PSVR2 is good and more, because this is Night Kids After Dark podcast where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/Team Night Kids. If you're watching live, you can start adding questions in the chat. Actually, don't add them in the chat, because this is for our QA on Thursday, which is the pot of gold. Getting to the pot of gold with Rainbow Kisses. Pretty much you put any question in there and we answer them. So if you're don't put them live, put them on the Discord and thread pot of gold, and your questions will get answered live on Thursday. If you're not watching live, you can watch later on youtube.com/@nightkids682, or you can listen on podcast services by searching the 4 words Night Kids After Dark. Remember, if you like the show ad free, hit that sub button. So just some housekeeping. We're planning on doing a game night this Thursday instead of the podcast. We'll be playing What the Dub, which is pretty much kind of like a party game where like it runs like old movie clips, and then it has like a voiceover and you have to type in your voiceover of what the actor says and you make it funny. You guys vote. You guys can vote for whoever's the funniest. And then yeah, I've never played it before, but Lily says she likes the game. Rainbows played it. They had a blast when they played it. So yeah, we're gonna try that out Thursday. Same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Thursday night. But yeah, that's really it. So it's time for some news. Today we got 6 stories. Starting with, what is the first story? Actually, we're gonna start off with the rumor. So Robert Pattinson will appear in the Penguin series. Robert Pattinson is reportedly reprising his Batman role opposite Colin Farrell on HBO Max's highly anticipated The Penguin series. The Batman star Robert Pattinson is reportedly making an appearance ahead of The Penguin's imminent production start this February. Casting speculations about the spin-off series continue to make rounds online. One of these rumors includes a guest star appearance from Pattinson. During the Hot Mic podcast, industry scooper Jeff Snyder shared that Pattinson is rumored to be reprising his role as Bruce Wayne in potentially 1 or 2 episodes of the Batman spin-off, starring opposite Colin Farrell. However, it remains unclear if the series would also feature Pattinson suiting up as the Dark Knight. This rumor has not been officially confirmed. The Penguin is set to take place after the events of the 2022 film, which will feature Farrell Oswald's Cobblepot taking advantage of his boss Carmine Falcone's death. The 8-part drama hails from the Batman director Matt Reeves, who is executive producing with showrunner Lauren LaFrance. The story chronicles Cobblepot's rise to power in the criminal underworld as he tries to become Gotham's next big crime boss. The Penguin sets up the Batman sequel. In a previous interview, Reeves confirmed that the Penguin will officially set up the story that will lead into the upcoming sequel to The Batman. There's actually a whole little fabric of things we're wanting to do, the way we're doing it with Penguin, and how that comes back into how that will lead into the sequel and what the sequel is going to be, he said. According to DC Studios CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran, the sequel is being developed as part of the DC Universe's Elseworlds, where standalone projects won't have a connection to the greater DCU. Apart from Cobblepot's origins as a crime lord, oh yeah, that's enough. What's up, man?
I was gonna say it's so weird hearing the DCU instead of the MCU.
I know they changed it to DCU instead of DCEU now, and now there's a DCU Elseworld with stories that don't take place in James Gunn's universe. I think this is awesome if he does show up. I don't see why he
I
wouldn't.
heard he did really well, right? Like he did really well.
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you never haven't seen it yet?
No.
Shoot.
I
It's-
don't watch anything DC right now until they fix everything.
I think you would like it. I mean, and if you're watching Last of Us, you got HBO Max. It's on HBO Max.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll check it out maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
I just heard it was really good. Like I heard he did really well.
Yeah, like, yeah, he did really well. Because I was definitely one of the people that was like, "What, Robert Pattinson? What the hell? How is that gonna work?" And I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Fit the mold though, right? Like he actually fits like Bruce Wayne's like demeanor character wise or whatever. So
Yeah, I guess like a young, depressed Bruce Wayne, he was like the perfect fit for that.
like a vampire. He was a bat. He's literally
Pretty-
always been a bat his entire life. Why,
Why wouldn't he do well? But no, yeah, if he shows up in the, because I did really like Colin Farrell as the Penguin in the movie also, so I was super excited that they were giving him his own show. Because I mean, Cobblepot's story's good, even the skinny Cobblepot from Gotham. I liked him in Gotham.
I loved Cobblepot in Gotham. I think
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah. So I think like having a Penguin story is gonna be good. But yeah.
I always find it weird that the Joker is like the forefront for the villains for Batman, even though the Penguin story is way cooler.
I know, because it's almost like, because it's like when you bring Joker's like Thanos. You're like, oh, we done brought Joker. Now who else can even compete? Like, it's just like, dang,
It's because everybody loves a crazy person.
all of Gotham's crazy,
True.
including Batman.
Especially in the Flashpoint. I can't wait to see Batman in the Flashpoint when he's actually the evil, like he's the evil almost. He's like kill first, ask questions later kind of.
Yeah, if they do that. Oh, you talking about
His dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they put that in if they put that in the Flash movie, I would lose my mind. But
Same.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I hope they do. Don't get me wrong. I definitely. Did you see Seth Rollins as the Joker? Rookie brought up Seth Rollins as the Joker. Yes, I did. I actually did watch Elimination Chamber, WWE's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And I guess what they're doing is because WrestleMania is gonna be in Hollywood this year, they're doing like little skits, and they did a skit with Seth Rollins. He was dressed up as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and he did the dance on the steps and stuff. He actually like I was like, dang, he could actually be a good Joker. Maybe they should give him a shot.
Who was that rapper that did the same thing? He did it for Halloween.
The baby.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
well he did it.
no.
No, the baby did it in his music video.
No, it was like it wasn't Kanye, but it was like that kind of.
I know a whole lot of people did the Joker,
Yeah.
like celebrity wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was interesting. Like I was like Seth Rollins could be a good Joker, and then they had his wife Becky Lynch. She was talking in Batman's voice because in this it was funny. It was funny. Story number 2. This is an anime story, which
A
is
good old anime.
good old anime. So this comes from Kotaku by Kenneth Shepard. Death Note, Sailor Moon, and other classic animes are now free on YouTube. If you ever seen Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, other classics, now you can watch them free of charge. Anime and manga publisher Viz Media just made a handful of really big anime series freely available to watch on YouTube. If you're looking for a good entry point into some really prolific shows, this is an excellent opportunity to dive into some stone cold classics. The company has uploaded 6 of the hit shows in its own rights for the YouTube and to YouTube and compiled them into helpful playlists. Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Inuyasha, Mr. Osumatsu, Naruto, and Sailor Moon are all there, most in their entirety for your viewing pleasure. Notably, these are the Japanese versions of the show with English subtitles, so if you're a person who likes to watch dubbed anime, this might not be what you're looking for, but if you like to keep it original, there's a lot to dig into there. I'm personally always wanted to watch Death Note after hearing about it through cultural osmosis over the years, and even though I tend to prefer dubs, this is too good of an opportunity to waste. Everyone wants their money back. How much did everyone get charged? For what, Rookie?
All I'm saying is, how are we gonna say classic and then put Hunter x Hunter in that same category?
I mean, when did it come out?
Like 2012.
Classic. That's classic for anime.
Oh,
Especially if it hasn't come back yet. If it comes back.
I think it's done though, right? Like they finished the story.
No, it wasn't done.
Oh,
It was nowhere near complete.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
tried really hard to get into it. I watched so many episodes and I just couldn't. It never got to the oh wow moment for me.
Yeah, it takes like a whole season. Yeah, not even a whole
I got
season.
to the tower. I got to the tower when he fought like the dude that was in like the rolling pin, that rolling, like the Beyblade guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you weren't in it by then?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
tried so hard to like it. Like there were certain points I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's run down. Oh, I'm not gonna run down each show, but yeah, you got Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Inuyasha, Mr. Osumatsu, Naruto, and Sailor Moon, all on YouTube for free now. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad they're
I
doing
might
it.
actually watch Death Note now. I haven't seen it yet.
I remember watching Sailor Moon in like 4 parts on YouTube, like way back when, before
episode 3, part
before
3,
Hulu.
for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like now,
Before Hulu was on.
like I kind of just want to put Sailor Moon on because I do remember watching it when I was younger, but like now that it's there, like I don't even know like where else was Sailor Moon like playing now,
Hulu.
unless is it on Hulu?
It's on Hulu. Mm-hmm.
Oh
They have Sailor
shoot,
Moon and Sailor Moon Crystal.
I did not know that.
Also, it's disrespectful. They didn't even put Beyblades on there. Speaking of
Beyblade.
that original anime, man, so good.
Yeah, I actually never
There's
really
still
watched
time.
Beyblade. Maybe like the first seasons of it.
It's hella
Or-
corny. I tried going back and watching it. It's super corny. But,
Interesting.
yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah, classic animes. Check them out. I'm glad they're doing it. Because it's probably just gonna bring more people into the anime world. Like, oh, what's
This
this?
is also just a start too. Like, there's gonna be so many more animes that can just keep going on going on to it.
Yeah, I wonder why. Like I wonder what was the push for them to be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just put all this on YouTube for free.
Because everybody hates Crunchyroll. Changed my mind.
I mean, but still, like, I guess like it's just easier to access if it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because of anime ads. Y'all know where y'all go to watch anime. Most of y'all ain't paying for it, so for sure.
I
News.
think I tried Crunchyroll once, but it's just no.
Crunchyroll just, oh man, it pisses me off so much. 90% of the time, it just doesn't work.
So I used to have that issue too, and I hated it. But they've gotten a lot better. Like I
I
have.
did this recently, and I could like it took me like 8 tries
What
to
are you
even get an episode to load.
What are you doing it on though?
I tried it on my Roku. I tried it on my Xbox. I tried it on the PlayStation. I tried it on the like computer. Nothing. Doesn't
Oh,
work.
that's crazy. It works fine
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch it on my Fire Stick on Amazon, on my other TV, on my computers. It works fine on my tablets, everything, iPads. It works fine. But I used to have issues on my Xbox when I watch it on my Xbox because they would like never update the app. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it was like terrible on there, and I used to get
And
so
then you had to
irritated.
wait like you had to wait like just to see if it worked. You had to go through 8 ads and then see if it worked. And if it didn't, you had to restart and then hope it did the second time. So,
Oh no, I don't. I just paid for the whole year because it's like $20 for the whole year. So I'm like, all right, let me just do this. It actually just made it easier for me to keep up with what I was watching.
for
And it's
sure.
still not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good, but it's not bad either. Uh Story number 3. A little bit of gaming news here. Story number 3. So PlayStation VR2 reviews are overwhelmingly positive, but is it the right fit for PS5 owners? With, with the imminent release of Sony's PlayStation VR2 right around the corner, reviews are flooding in and they're exceedingly positive. The PSVR2 is Sony's next iteration and foray into the virtual reality technology as a successor to the original PlayStation VR, which launched in 2016. PSVR2 looks to take the virtual reality market by storm with state of the art specs and technological enhancements that are leaps and bounds over its predecessors. As the PSVR 2 gears up for oh, actually, it comes out on the 22nd. Maybe I just thought it was out because I was seeing all the reviews. Comes out February 22nd on the heels of critical acclaim. Gamers, VR enthusiasts, and techies are all curious about this new virtual reality peripheral that seems to have the potential to propel VR into the mainstream. However, with the hefty price tag of $549.99 and the strict requirement of a PlayStation 5 console, it begs the question of whether the PSVR 2 is a worthwhile purchase. PSVR 2 seeks to improve in every way over its predecessor. With Sony's original PSVR, let me
I
see.
heard one of the things that I heard that everybody loves is that it went from a whole bunch of cords down to one USB.
Yeah, it's one cord now. It doesn't have that big
Yeah.
power supply. You gotta connect to the PlayStation. But I guess touted as one of the best VR techs on the market, the PSVR 2 boasts a 4K OLED HDR screen embedded in the ergonomically comfortable headset design. This is accompanied by built-in noise canceling headphones with three-dimensional spatial audio for additional immersion. The PSVR 2 has 110-degree field of vision, wider than its predecessor, with much faster refresh rates and improved eye tracking thanks to its integrated cameras. The headset is complemented by extremely responsive controls due to overall improved motion tracking and updated tactile controller peripherals known as Sense controllers. But PSVR 2 is not without its drawbacks. The PSVR 2 specs and designs are noteworthy and welcome improvements over its predecessor, and it's shaping up to be the next big hardware peripheral. However, there are some drawbacks for potential early adopters. The PSVR 2 is launching at a cost of $549, which is a bit more than the price of the PlayStation 5 itself, which makes it a big ask for potential buyers. However, when comparing the PSVR 2 specifications to other VR technology current on the market, that price tag is more than fair, and buyers will be getting their money's worth. Early adopters may also want to take into consideration the fact that although VR is growing in popularity and consumer familiarity, it's still a wavering niche market. But yeah,
They don't
so
really have games for it though. Like that's the issue.
so they do have games for it. That's what makes PSVR 2 great. It's launching with like 30 games.
Right, right. I'm saying in general, like the VR market's so niche is because they don't have a lot of titles like based with it. It's
So
usually like demo games more than anything.
So what I've come to find, because like I just recently bought like MetaQuest 2 on Black Friday, or right before Black Friday or whatever, or after Black Friday. I can't remember, but it was on sale. And I didn't buy it before because of that reason. Now there's a lot of games, there's a lot of stuff on it. It's just whether you want to spend $30 to play the game because you're
After
like,
paying $600 for the console and then
yeah,
$600 for the VR.
and then it's just like, you know, how many other people do you know that have VR for you to play with? It's kind of like one of those things. But the games on there are really cool, and you know, it is fun. But I think with PSVR2, it's definitely upping the quality of a lot of games that are on there.
I'm assuming this will probably last the entirety of the console life too.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what
Yeah.
it's gonna be. Now, my problem is the PSVR2 is $550, right? Cool. Comparable, like they said, to other VR technology, the type of tech that's in there, it is worth that much money. But the biggest drawback to it is I can only use it on my PlayStation. Other VR headsets that have that price, you can use it on your PC, you can use it standalone. It's like, why can I only use it on PlayStation? Why can't I use it for my Steam games? Oh, that's like the big thing about the MetaQuest. You can play the standalone games, but you could also use it as a PC VR headset and play your Steam games on your computer or whatever PC games you have that are VR compatible. So yeah, it's a rough one, but I've heard nothing but good things about VR2 as far as like the quality, how nice it is, how comfortable it is.
I just know a lot of people just want to only have the one cord so they're not like held down by everything, which is pretty important too.
Yeah, it's like once I got on the MetaQuest 2, I was like, dang, do I really want a VR headset that's plugged in? Because that being free and being in VR is awesome. Not having to worry
Yeah.
about tripping over stuff.
Till
It
you
is.
hit your face on the wall by accident, because
Well, that's your fault. You didn't draw your barrier in the right place. But yeah, no. I'm excited. I hope somebody gets it so I can try it out. Because I do want to play that Horizon game that's on there. Karmic Intent says people who are hardcore into VR truly don't care about cores. They find a way around it by having a huge player. I mean, that is true. Like, if you are hardcore into VR, that you really don't care about that.
I just want to play Beat Saber. That's the only game I care about, like that I've seen consistently.
But being hardcore into it is what stops the growth of it. You gotta be able to let like the common person come into the space and be able to do it too, because that's what helps it grow.
I have no desire to play anything on VR.
What was that, Cinderella?
I said I have zero desire to play anything on VR.
Why is that?
I'm pretty sure I told you guys the last time I tried VR, I got pushed off a building.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the best part. Did you die?
No.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
But did you die though?
Dims the rules.
I almost did. I'm pretty sure I had a heart attack.
But you didn't die, so it's all good. Most realistic game you ever played.
I would play like Elden Ring in VR. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, hell no.
I would have played Hogwarts in VR. That would have been dope.
That would have been dope. Yeah.
If it didn't have the spiders, I would play Hogwarts in VR.
I'd have been so damn airsick flying my broom though. Oh my god. Oh, it would have
That'd be
been
the best part.
I probably would have thrown. I've played some flying games in VR, and yeah, you definitely can get motion sickness for sure. Karmic Intent says I'll always just tell people to get Quest 2. It's so good for the price. I agree, Karmic. Like, Quest, if you're entry level into VR, MetaQuest 2 is like the perfect spot, especially if you want to just try it out and have it there and still use it. Like, it's so versatile.
My biggest issue with VR is it's such a high price point for such low intake, I guess that it is. Like, I know there's certain things coming out and stuff like that, but it's so hard for me to like drop $600 or $500 for like maybe 3 games that interest me, and then 2 that are actually worth playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, especially if you're only focused on it for the games. Like if you're
Right.
trying to just
Not the
play,
technology.
yeah, if you're just trying to play video games or play VR games on it, yes, that can be a deterrent. But if
Yeah.
you're using it for like the other features, as far as like virtual desktops and stuff, like it's a very dope investment to have. But yeah. All right, next news story. Story number 4. Any of you guys seen Hellboy
I have never seen Hellboy.
ever?
Isn't he the big red
Ever.
dude?
He is the big red dude
Wow.
with like the little goggle, whatever there are on his head. Are those horns that got broken off? Is that the gist?
They're horns that he broke off.
Oh, because he didn't want to be a demon.
Exactly.
I
No,
already seen the whole thing. I already know the entire plot line.
nah. That's just the begin. That's like his origin, but that's not the whole plot line. But no, Hellboy is pretty good. But Hellboy is being rebooted again as Hellboy the Crooked Man. It was already a decent set of movies when it came out originally. Millennium Media has announced that Hellboy is being rebooted once again in a new movie called Hellboy the Crooked Man, and it looks to expand the world of the character through one of the most beloved issues of the comic series. As reported by Deadline, Crank director Brian Taylor will be helming the new film, and perhaps most exciting for fans, Hellboy creator Mike. Oh, my daughter's here. Hold on 1 second.
Hello, daughter. Wait, Hellboy's getting a game too? That's dope. All right, bye,
Didn't
daughter.
the most recent Hellboy like do terribly?
The movie Hellboy 2 or whatever.
Nah, it was like
Or
Hellboy
whatever one
3.
Oh,
the reboot that they like the most recent reboot that they did. I thought they just did a recent one and it did terribly.
Did they do another one?
I was about to
thought
do
they
my
did.
push-ups for Mernon for Sean while you were doing that, but you did it too fast, so it didn't matter.
Was it there was push-ups?
I owe him some push-ups. I haven't streamed in a while.
No, yeah, the last Hellboy movie came out in 2008. Oh wait, it said there was a 2019. That's not the same, is it?
That's what I'm saying. I thought they they either tried to do a remake or I remember.
Wait, wasn't it an
hearing
anime
talk
or
about
like
it.
a cartoon style, or was it like an actual live thing?
No, it looked
I
like
don't-
it was a movie. Wow.
I'll do my 10 while you guys are talking.
Yeah, it said it released in April 9th, 2019.
I feel like you should do 15 since you've been working out now. You can do more.
I could probably do 30 at this point.
So
There you go.
I feel like I remember this, but it was terrible. What? I feel like it was terrible. And I didn't watch it because I heard it was so bad that I didn't watch it because the other 2 films had nothing to do with this one. And the other 2 older films are actually pretty good. Interesting. So now they're rebooting it again. That's interesting. The Hellboy the Crooked Man comic was released in July 2008 alongside Hellboy 2 The Golden Army, and finds
think we got
Hellboy
ads.
teaming up with the Rookie. Yeah, I know, but
Okay, just let you know.
they discover a small community haunted by witches led by a local devil with a troubling connection to Hellboy's past, the Crooked Man. For those who wish to know more about the Crooked Man, he was, at least in the comics, an 18th century miser and war prophet named Jeremiah Wickens, who was hanged for his crimes yet returned from hell as the region's resident devil. So yeah, they're getting a reboot. Hopefully it's better than the last one in 2019. Awesome.
I swear to God, if there was an ad while I was doing those push-ups, I'll be pissed.
It probably
Well, you
was.
only did 10 and you said you could do 30. So, I mean,
I
the
can't
ads,
do 30.
the ads just helping you out at that point.
Yeah, you can just say you did 1,000.
Yeah.
Or
All right,
just
guys, thank you guys so much for being a part of my 50,000 push-ups during that ad break.
50,000. Dax did 50,000 push-ups.
And you only would know that if you guys hit that sub button. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Any last words on Hellboy? No. Yeah.
I never
heard
watched-
it's
like,
really
I've never seen
cool,
any of them.
but I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's crazy. I would recommend watching the old ones because it was like when those came out, they were actually really good. And dang, who's the actor in that movie?
Phil
He
Collins.
Nah, he already looks like Hellboy. He has the chin. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
Wait, what can you bring to this franchise? I have the chin.
He was what's his name? Jax's stepdaddy.
Ron Perlman. He
Uh,
played Clay in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ron
Hellboy's getting a
Perlman.
new game.
He's getting a new game too. He had a game before.
I don't know. Probably, yeah. I think so.
Interesting.
I'm waiting on
Now I might
Wolverine.
have to watch it.
That's the game that I'm waiting on now is Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. He was the best as Hellboy.
Yeah, I loved him as Hellboy. Like that's what made the movie for me. I was like,
Ron
dang.
Perlman's got that like really big fat face, right?
And
The super square
which
jaw.
exactly what Hellboy
looks
has.
He looks like Crimson Comet.
Crimson Chin.
Really. Crimson Chin from
Crimson
Fairly Odd
Comet is a Night Kid.
Yeah. Just kidding. Sorry, Comet.
Oh man, but yeah, he's the one who played it. All right.
I might have to watch because I actually really enjoy him as an actor.
Yeah, and like I said, when I watched those movies, I was like, man. I mean, they are were they rated R?
They had to be.
Probably.
Probably.
They probably are, which is why I never watched them.
I guess that would make sense. And it's called Hellboy. Like, parents are probably like, hell no. Hell no. All right. Next story it's another movie story. All right. So, I Am Legend sequel will take place several decades after the first movie. I Am Legend 2, starring Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan, will take place several decades after the original 2007 post-apocalyptic action thriller. In conversation with Deadline, producer and screenwriter Akiva Goldsman shared new details about the I Am Legend sequel, revealing that the film will feature a significant time jump, with the alternate ending to the first movie being treated as canon in the sequel. This will start a few decades later than the first, Goldsman said. I'm obsessed with The Last of Us, where we see the world just post-apocalypse, but also after a 20 to 30 year lapse. You see how the earth reclaims the world, and there's something beautiful in question of as man steps away from being the primary tenant. What happens? That will be especially visual in New York. I don't know if they'll climb up to the Empire State Building, but the possibilities are endless. The sequel is expected to lean further into the Richard Matheson novel the original was based on, using the 2007 film's alternate ending as a launching point. In that ending, if you guys haven't seen I Am Legend, spoilers, I guess. In that ending, Smith's character survives after managing to fend off a final attack from the infected. We trace back to the original Matheson book and the alternate ending as opposed to release ending in the original film, Goldsman explained. With Matheson was talking about was that the man's time on the planet as the dominant species had come to an end. That's a really interesting thing we're going to get to explore. There will be a little more fidelity to the original text. I Am Legend grossed a whopping $585 million worldwide when it was released in 2007. Its sequel and the upcoming Constantine sequel are top priorities for Warner Bros., as the studio reteams with Goldsman's production company Weed Road in a multi-year first look deal. So, yeah, I did not even know that I Am Legend 2 was coming.
I heard about it. They're using the alternate ending though. They're not using the real, like the actual ending.
Which is fine.
I mean, it's the only way they can do it because he dies in the the original ending.
Right.
So like they can't do the original, so they go with like the secondary where he lives. I must say, I don't like post-apocalyptic like time frames. I've never liked them. I think zombies are overplayed and like, meh. I think there's a few that can get away with it. Last of Us is one of them. But I also like the idea of The Last of Us because it's like it's something that could feasibly happen it's literally a fungus that mutates and then takes control of humans instead of bugs. So like I like the idea of it from like a science perspective. But like the whole like eating brains and like slow walking zombies have never appealed to me. So
Well, but that's
I am.
I was about to say that's not I Am Legend though.
I know I liked I Am Legend. I thought it was an okay movie, but I think I liked it because
Quite
of
a
Will
few
Smith.
zombie apocalypse is caused by a virus, which is similar to a fungus that takes shit over. Like,
That's how I Am Legend was. It was a virus,
Yeah,
right?
it was a virus. Yeah.
Yeah,
as
and
long as they don't kill off a dog, I'm okay.
They
oh
already
my
did.
god, that was so sad.
Another one. Another one.
God, why did you remind me of that? Oh, that was so sad.
As long as no more animals die, I'm okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch it
Don't
all.
watch The Last
Oh.
of Us 2 or The Last of Us 2 show when it comes to season 2 because it's gonna be real sad.
Well, yeah, I am excited for this because I did like I Am Legend when it came out then, and for there to be such a huge time skip, because even in I Am Legend, the first movie, those damn things, they already had like a slight time skip in that first movie, and they were already evolved.
Mhm.
So it was like, I can't imagine what 20 to 30 years has done to the creatures.
To be fair, I kind of want to watch it again because I forget most of the plot.
And they also had didn't they have like the dogs were infected too? Animals got infected.
Animals were
Oh
infected,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
But the deer weren't.
Yeah, there was something he noticed about the deer. Yeah, it was weird.
That's also another thing that I hate about like zombie apocalypse shows. Even in The Last of Us, the animals are fine.
Does every human virus affect animals?
It's not a human. It wasn't a virus. It was a fungus, and it took over.
Okay. Does every fungus affect every animal the same exact way?
It depends on the size of the animal. So yes.
Exactly. It depends on the size of the animal. It depends on a lot of different things. It depends on the animal, the size, how the like.
No, because
like koalas can eat eucalyptus leaves even though they're poisonous because they have an enzyme in their stomach that allows them to digest.
That's true. And
right, but the fungus
like,
actually affects animals in the real world. That's what it's based off of.
But it doesn't affect every single animal the same exact way.
yeah, not every
reason-
creature has the same thing.
Right, but in the game, the reason is because it's not the fungus hasn't evolved to handle bigger. Like even in the real world, that fungus doesn't affect humans because we're way too big. But the climate change made it available to do that. So I don't know.
Why are you saying you don't like that it doesn't affect everything the same way when it's actually very realistic that it doesn't affect everything the same way?
It changed because of climate change. That's the whole premise of The Last of Us.
Well,
Does that make sense? So like it started affecting humans because it evolved to be able to handle hotter temperatures.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what it can't do now because it can only affect colder temperatures. That's why it goes for insects like ants and like et cetera, et cetera. But like as it evolved, it's able to handle hotter temperatures like every other mammal species in the world.
No, I get that. But
so like it should affect bunnies, it should affect deer, it should affect like, stuff like that. And it doesn't do that in the show.
Yeah, but what if the fungi just because fungi, they kind of do decide what they attack too. Yeah. So like
I don't know.
Some fungi only attack certain plants. Like I mean, fungi are kind of smart. They think somehow. They're alive. They are alive.
All of us.
It is a living organism.
Maybe it just hates people. You ever think of that?
I mean, I get that. Step on me again, mother.
Did you ever think that maybe it just doesn't like the taste of bunnies?
That's true.
Well, the fungus spreads to spread the fungus. It doesn't do it to eat.
Maybe it does.
It still has to taste them to attach to it.
Huh? No.
It still has.
It literally.
Go suction cup your mouth to somebody and tell me you can't taste them.
No, it spread because it was inside of grain. That was the whole. It
was in grain.
It was in grain, and we ate it. That's how it spread.
It was in everything: cookies, cake, bread, pancakes. That was like one of the big things about the first episode. Like they, he didn't get the birthday cake, they didn't go. He didn't make pancakes that morning. Like there was a lot of factors that caused them not to get infected.
I didn't realize that. That makes so
Yeah.
much sense.
Yeah, so like that's why they did all that shit.
I thought they were just broke and didn't have the money to get it yet.
Nah, he just remember because like he was running late for work, so he didn't make the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pancakes that morning, and then he just forgot to get the cake, and
And
he
then she
promised
made some like shitty eggs, right? It was
right, and then the cookies that the neighbor was supposed to make, she ended up not taking the cookies. Like
Yeah, because they were nasty. Yeah.
yeah,
Those
yep,
are so cool nuances that it just seems like storytelling, but it actually like makes sense.
yeah, that show is crazy. But yeah, I Am Legend 2 is coming out, and to be honest, Michael B. Jordan's gonna be in it. I mean, shoot, it is what it is.
I'll watch it.
John Cena's probably in it. You just can't see him. It's great.
Yeah, he's probably gonna
Alright,
be.
continue.
Oh wait, was he in the? He was. Was he not?
See, I was just saying it because he, invisible. I don't know.
No, I was just gonna say. I was gonna say because I remember that zombie thing kind of did look like him, but it was skinny. But nah. All right. So yeah, next story. Next story. More DC news. DCU news. So, James Gunn teases 5 in a list of 10 DC characters who may possibly join the DCU next. DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has responded to the results. So they did IGN's DCU face-off, and people voted for like the top 10 people they wanted to see in the DCU. James Gunn said, "Will 5 of 10 do? If there's 5 characters that you want to see in the DCU, who are they?"
Me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. To be honest.
Okay.
I agree with Martian Manhunter. He's cool. Robin or Red Hood, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know who the Court of Owls is, or Zatanna, or Lobo, or I know who Brainiac is.
You don't know who the Court of Owls is?
I do not.
They pretty much run Gotham. Pretty much everything that Batman has ever done.
Is it a gang-related thing?
Kind of. Like, Bruce's parents were a part of the Court of Owls, like all types. The Court of Owls is the biggest story in Batman.
Is it like the Illuminati?
Kind of. They wore an owl mask. You watch Gotham and you don't know the Court of Owls?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
I've seen like 2 seasons, but I never had access to actually watch it.
Got you. Okay, so when they did the vote, fans voted for Dick Grayson, Nightwing for number 1. Martian the Manhunter was number 2. Lobo was number 3. Brainiac was number 4. Deathstroke was number 5. Jason Todd, Robin, and Red Hood. He was number 6.
Would Brainiac be the Thanos? Like the big reveal?
Maybe. I mean, he was pretty badass, but
Yeah.
more of a Superman thing.
Oh, I know who I want to see. The Teen Titans. Like a good Teen Titans, not whatever the shit they try to make.
So it's like 5 of your. Those are the 5 you want to see.
Yeah.
Zatanna, the Court of Owls, Mr. Freeze, and John Constantine. He said 5 of the 10. So yeah, I'm pretty sure
We'll see Manhunter. We'll see Nightwing.
I'm
Probably
excited.
Red
Well,
Hood.
we kind of saw like Nightwing, because Nightwing made a brief appearance in Archer.
This is a whole different universe. Though.
yeah, but this is it's a whole. He's starting from a younger universe.
Nightwing's still in DC, but Archer's still DC. I'm saying we might, because he made a brief appearance in Archer. Yes, I know it's a different. They're separate, but it's still DC. They might bring Nightwing into the DCU because he made that brief appearance. It could be an option.
So the only reason why I don't think we'll see Nightwing is because they're starting off, like they're trying to start from like origin type stories, and Nightwing is so far down the line of Batman that we wouldn't see him for a while. Like if we see Nightwing, it won't be for a while. We'll see Robin. We'll see Dick Grayson's Robin first before we see Nightwing.
I would love to see a good Robin.
So it'd be like the Court of Owls. It would be Batman. It would be Robin. It would be. Was Martian Manhunter there at the original, or did he not show up until like the Justice League?
No, Martian Manhunter. He's always been around.
Oh, okay.
Shapeshifter. So.
And then Mr. Freeze. That'd also probably be pretty early on.
I can. It's like I want to see Mr. Freeze, but I don't want to see Mr. Freeze. But I do want to see a good Mr. Freeze.
It's just Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
I am Mr. Freeze.
Uh,
Now they're gonna sub John Cena in for him.
I am John Cena's Mr. Freeze.
it just sucks because like Deathstroke would be great, but like I feel like we've seen Deathstroke so much. Like it hasn't been a great Deathstroke, but
Ever. Not once.
it's just
The Arrow had a pretty decent one, but like
yeah, he was probably the best one. Like he was the best one.
Again, the Arrowverse is so separate from the DCU. So
Yeah, so if I had to take 5 from the list, I'd probably say they're gonna put Martian the Manhunter, the Court of Owls for sure, Mr. Freeze. Dang, to be honest, it's probably gonna be Deathstroke and Zatanna.
who's Satana?
She's she's a magician, so she doesn't use power; she uses magic. She's pretty.
Wait, did she get bathed in whatever?
In
Yo,
the
you
what?
know, hope you feel better. The same thing.
Oh
that,
Lord!
the Arrow got dunked in to come back to life. I forget the name of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you talking about the? Damn, I know what you're talking about, but no, she just studies magic, like ancient magic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah,
Doctor Strange got it.
pretty much. It's important to note that this is hardly confirmation, as things can change at a moment's notice and could be Gunn just having some fun. But he has been pretty vocal on social media and responding to questions about this new phase of DC. If we look at the list, we know that Keanu Reeves is coming back for Constantine 2. Oh God. Okay. And there have been rumors aplenty that Jason Momoa may become the bounty hunter Lobo. Oh, if Lobo comes, oh my God, that would be so dope. While a new actor picks up the trident and takes on the role of Aquaman. Oh, some decent rumors there.
He couldn't do both. No shot.
It would be very weird for them to just straight up have him still in the franchise, but just change entirely who he is.
Oh no, they did that before. You know, because what's his name? Oh my God, why am I human Captain America? What's his name? Actor.
Oh yeah. He used to be.
He was Human Torch.
He was Human Torch. Chris Evans.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Chris Evans. He was Human Torch in the Fantastic Four before they redid the universe.
He wasn't in the
MCU, Fantastic
though.
Four.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, nobody remembers the first Fantastic Four.
First
so it's
and
fine.
second one. I do.
I remember it.
Yeah, everybody. But it was also another issue of like the Fantastic Four was a Sony product, not a Marvel product at the time. Or Sony. Was it Sony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not as weird of a situation, whereas with DC universe, it's the same creators and everything. They're just literally plucking him out of the role and throwing him in another one.
Yeah, James Gunn is new.
Yeah, he's
Snyder.
Yeah, it's a whole different
new universe now. Like they're literally scrapping everything.
They changed the name because it was DCEU. Now they've changed it to DCU. Like it's a whole nother thing.
What was the E?
I can't even remember.
Thank you, Fox, not Sony.
But yeah, they've changed the whole thing, and it's kind of like it. It only seems weird, but it's not. They do this stuff all the time.
If you see the first movie, you'll forget all about it.
Yeah,
and I can't see anybody else being Aquaman.
I don't see anybody being Aquaman. I think Aquaman was atrocious.
I don't even know if you guys know who Lobo is.
I do not.
So this is I actually see him as a better Lobo. I'm like, oh my God, he fits Lobo so well. It actually looks just like him. So this is Lobo. So Lobo's like a universe.
The musician.
He
does kind of look like him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Lobo's he's a bounty hunter. Like he goes across galaxies and hunts criminals.
Wait. The one with Superman. I've seen that picture before. It looks cursed though.
This picture?
The one right below it with Superman?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the one that you're on. Yeah. That one looks cursed.
Yeah, that's from.
I agree. Now that you've shown me Lobo, yes, I can see.
This is Jason Momoa all day. Like
It's like Khal Drogo went evil, and I'm here for it.
They even did. Look at this mock-up. Somebody mocked him up as it. It's like perfect. So yeah, I'd be super excited about that.
I'm really excited for this shift for DC. I'm really hopeful for it.
Oh yeah, I am too. I'm glad this is all happening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think was that the last story?
So are they gonna then like recast all of the characters?
Looks like it.
So I
Or,
guess
like,
except for Flash. Except for Flash.
The one that's like literally that's crazy.
Yeah, because they're gonna if they do Superman, recasting Superman.
Wait, what happened with Flash? I missed all of that.
Oh,
Ezra was trafficking a teenager and ran away from the law and hid.
he like brainwashed her apparently.
And they're not replacing him?
Nope.
No, he's in the new trailer.
What the fuck?
Because I guess like when it happened, the girl was. So he knew her when she was 17, but she didn't leave to go with him until she was 18. It's just the family was just they were like, no, he brainwashed her. Like, I don't know why he's with her, but she was an adult when she made her decision, so it wasn't. And then he had like other stuff, like beating some people up at a restaurant, throwing chairs around, like just a lot of crazy stuff.
Didn't he have like larceny or something like that too?
I don't remember.
Attempted robbery or I don't know.
It was a lot of stuff.
Most celebrities have some sort of crime under their belt, and I'm pretty sure a lot of celebrities have been violent with people. But the trafficking thing, that's kind of, if they're not 100% sure and they're saying like it's the parents did it, or the parents are the ones making a fuss about it, and she was an adult, I see how it could be a whole case of he said, she said, and there's really not much you can do in a case like that.
I think it's just a bad light for the DC universe in terms of like having one of your superheroes attached to that.
Right. It is terrible.
Especially the Flash of all characters.
Are any of the superheroes in DCU truly good to the core people?
The Flash,
Superman.
Literally, the Flash is like the most core human, like best human possible.
That is true.
Yeah,
he is pretty good. Like he's got
he gives up his happiness just so that he can help people that he doesn't know.
He's got a mouth on him, but he definitely he's sacrificed so much to save the world so many times.
Yeah.
And oh man,
his kids, his wife, his parents, like everybody.
His life is just he doesn't have one.
Reverse Flash is kind of a dick, to be honest.
And then he has to. Oh my god, he has to fight versions of himself that he hates or hate him. What?
Literally, the Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne literally kicked him down a set of stairs when he was a toddler, just because he just wanted to ruin his life. He went back in time, kicked him down a set of stairs, and then just left.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Because why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
But no, yeah.
He's just a kid. He won't remember.
I'm excited for all that, and I am. I mean, I don't know who would play Aquaman again.
Paul Rudd.
I mean, I'm sure I'm sure they'll find somebody. I'm sure they will. But yeah.
Can't think of anything. I can't think of anybody that I would want in the role.
It's just Jason Tatum now.
Jason Tatum is Aquaman. Let me see. Aquaman replacements. Let me see if they can enlighten me.
I can't think of anybody that I would want in that, like.
I just don't want Aquaman right now, to be honest. If we don't have another Aquaman, I'm fine.
Well, eventually it's gonna come back. Who would they put in it if it comes back? When it comes back?
Yeah, I mean, he has to be in the Justice League. I think he's like a core leaguer.
And who are they gonna put in for Wonder Woman if they're recasting everybody?
Well, that
was so bad.
That's not really confirmed that they're gonna recast everybody. It's just those characters aren't coming. They don't know if those characters are gonna come back. So Gal Gadot still has a chance to come back as Wonder Woman. It just all depends. I mean,
She was pregnant during the last one.
I liked her as Wonder Woman. Like she did a good job as Wonder Woman.
I think a lot of the issues is the scripting on Snyder's like scripts were rough. But
well, they could just switch to the blonde hair Aquaman. I don't know who Trevor Donovan is, but he would fit
Batman.
if y'all want to take a look.
That name sounds familiar, but I'm like drawing a blank.
He would be the blonde hair, blue-eyed Aquaman.
He looks good. Get him in.
He doesn't look bad, but like
he looks real good for Aquaman.
He does, right?
He looks exactly like Aquaman.
He looks like he is Aquaman.
He does not. I am looking at the picture.
Look at all the Aquaman.
His cheekbones are too chiseled to play Aquaman.
Wrong.
No.
Turn those into fins and you're good.
He even has the same hair. They might do that.
Are you trying to say gills? Is that what you're trying to go for?
That's not what I said.
So that's what they'll possibly do.
I feel like his
you just want
fluid enough.
You just want Jason. So the Jason Momoa Aquaman was like the new age Aquaman.
I don't care who if they replace him. I don't care that he won't be at that anymore. That's fine as long as they find a suitable replacement.
Fire Amber Heard and bring in Johnny Depp.
They already fired her.
Good. Bring in Johnny Depp.
And I'm pretty sure they took her out. Like I'm pretty sure they completely took her out of the second movie.
She did. Yeah.
Good.
Like they already said, yeah, we're done with her.
Well,
true.
That was our last news story for tonight. Any last thoughts on anything before I go into games coming out this week? Nope. All right. So a lot of games coming out this week, of course, because we got PSVR2 coming out. But so NKAD, I don't know what that is coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, P4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 21st, which is tomorrow. Atomic Heart is on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. It says tomorrow.
It came out today in New Zealand, so people.
Got you. And you said it's on Game Pass as well?
It's on Game Pass.
And then Like a Dragon Engine comes out tomorrow, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, P4, Xbox One, and PC. Dang, I'm kind of want to play that. After the Fall comes out 22nd. These are pretty much almost all VR2 games coming out. After the Fall, PlayStation VR2, Altair Breaker. Is this Assassin's? No. Altair Breaker, PlayStation VR2. Cities VR Enhanced Edition on PlayStation VR2. Cosmonius High, PlayStation VR2 tomorrow. Oh, Demio is coming to VR2. Oh man. But I bet. See, this is what Demio is like a tabletop game, and like all the pieces like act, like move and stuff. It's dope. I played it with Yannick and Rookie. We played the crap, man. We did one game. We stayed on that thing for like 5 hours, but it's dope. But it's coming on VR2. I think my issue is it's probably not going to be crossplay. Like if it is crossplay, that would be legit. Digimon World Next Order is coming on Switch and PC on the 22nd. Drums Rock is coming on PlayStation VR2 February 22nd. Dyschronia Chronos Alternate PlayStation VR2. Fantavision PlayStation VR2. All these are on the 22nd. Firewall Ultra PlayStation VR2. Gran Turismo 7 PlayStation VR2. Horizon Call of the Mountain PlayStation VR2. Job Simulator The 2050 Archives on PlayStation VR2. Jurassic World Aftermath Collection PlayStation VR2. Kayak VR Mirage PlayStation VR2. Kizuna AI Touch the Beat PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR2. Moss and Moss Book 2 bundle on PlayStation VR2. That is a really good VR game. Oh my god,
I think I've heard that.
it's so good. That's coming out on PlayStation VR2. NFL Pro Era is coming out on VR2. That's actually a really good VR game too. It's pretty much you playing Madden, like you're the quarterback. You're the quarterback. That game is, man, when you get sacked in that thing, you feel like you're really about to get hit. Like seriously. Pavlov VR is coming on VR2. Pistol Whip PlayStation VR2, and then Puzzling Places PlayStation VR2. Resident Evil Village on VR2. Res Infinite on PlayStation VR2. Have you guys ever played Res? It was a music game on PlayStation 2, I want to say. Oh my god, it was so good. I didn't even know there was a Res Infinite.
Oh, it kind of looks like Geometry Wars, kind of.
It's really good. Song in the Smoke on PlayStation VR2. Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. This was the Star Wars VR game we saw at the Game Awards. That looked really good. That's going to be on VR2. Synth Riders on PlayStation VR2. Tentacular. It's a tentacle game on VR2. I don't know what it's about.
Never mind. I'm gonna buy me a VR.
Tetris Effect is coming out on PlayStation VR2. The Last Clockwinder, PlayStation VR2. The Light Brigade, PlayStation VR2. Quest, PlayStation VR and PC. The Tale of Onogoro, PlayStation VR2. Thumper, PlayStation 5, PlayStation VR2. This is a lot of games. Like Townsman VR2. Vacation Simulator. VR2. What the Bat is coming on PlayStation VR2. Oh, that's a really good game too. Zenith, The Last City is coming on PlayStation VR2. So if you didn't know, Zenith is a VR MMO game. It's really good too. That game is super fun.
Also, by the way, that's the best-selling game I've ever heard.
Zenith?
Vacation Simulator.
Oh, Vacation Simulator?
The only reason I say that is you're in VR and you're literally just sitting on a beach.
I'm about to download it and try
That
it.
sounds dope.
It's
So
got.
what you're saying is I should get a VR so I can take a vacation.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. There are like apps and stuff on VR where you can just like sit in peaceful ass environments, and they run like 4K video, and you feel like you're there, and it's like you're like, damn, this is relaxing as shit.
You don't
And
have to worry about sunburn. That's crazy.
it's true. And there's more. Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded on PlayStation VR2. Blood Bowl 3, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, SP4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Company of Heroes 3 comes out on the 23rd on PC. Grim Guardians Demon Purge, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, SP4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 23rd. Clive and Wrench, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe on the 24th on Switch, and Octopath Traveler 2 comes out on the 24th on P5, P4, Switch, and PC. That's a really good game. It already has a 8.5. All right, and that's it for games coming out this week. Your hosts, well, we won't.
Sure.
Yes, a lot. We won't have any hosts on Thursday because we'll be doing our game night, which we'll be playing What the Dub. Everybody in chat can vote and everything. Have fun with us on Thursday, same time, same place. If you guys want more content, where can they find you, Dex?
They can find me at Professor_Daxter on Twitch or Professor Daxter one word on YouTube and on Twitter. And if you want to keep up with my workout regimen, it's fitness_with_Daxter on Instagram.
Nice.
I would ask Cindy where she'd be found, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip her and go straight to BTG. BTG, where can we find you at?
You can find me right here on Team Night Kids, or you can find me on Black and Tie Guy Plays on Twitch, NK_BTG Plays on Twitter, or Black and Tie Guy Plays on Instagram. Cinderella.
All
right, everybody have a good night.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, both _@ Cinderelli, and on YouTube at Cinderelli as well. And I will be getting some new Hogwarts stuff uploaded soon.
Awesome.
I'm still waiting on episode 2 for Elden Ring. When's that coming out?
I haven't played it since I beat the first boss. All we agreed upon was that I had to play it through the first boss without rage quitting.
Crazy.
And I did.
2,000 deaths later.
They say
It
she's
was
still
only
dying.
136.
They say she's still dying.
All right, no raid tonight. But yeah, make sure you try to join us Thursday, man, for the game night. And remember, this has been Night Kids After Dark podcast, where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Team Night Kids. And we will see you guys in a couple days. Later.
Bye.
Bye.